St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School is an independent Episcopalian JK through 12 school located in Alexandria, Virginia. It has 3 campuses, the lower, middle, and upper school. I was fortunate to be taken on a tour of the neighborhood and brought behind the scenes by Ron Ginyard, a man who has worn many hats at St. Stephen's and St. Agnes as a teacher, administrator, long-term beloved varsity basketball head coach, and now as the head of admissions for the middle school. As a black man, he is a minority in the school, but still chooses to send his children to SSSAS. He has lived in and done significant outreach in the greater Alexandria community as he tirelessly works to increase the diversity of SSSAS in order to match the Alexandria and the greater DC area. Our conversation opened my eyes to the many barriers that are posed to an independent school when working to increase community engagement and diversity, as well as reinforcing the importance that this work holds. Having been a member of the SSSAS community for 4 years, I have always considered Ron to be an integral part of the community and part of the fabric that makes the school a special and unique place. Our conversation and tour about town shed a glimpse into his own perception of his role in the community. Here are 2 pictures of Ron, one while coaching the Saints, the other in his neighborhood coaching. In his own words, Ron shared his perception of how the community views SSSAS. This place is up there, a dream. We don't have access to that dream. He associated himself with the we, even though he has been a member of the community for over 10 years. He still considers himself an outsider. Alexandria and the greater DC area is an incredibly diverse area in a multitude of ways, including ethnicity, socioeconomic status, military backgrounds, political beliefs, and religious affiliations. SSSAS is tucked away inside Alexandria City and is far more homogeneous than its surrounding community, and as a result, looks and feels cliquish and competitive. Alexandria has a wide variety of housing options with streets and neighborhoods with names like Mansion Drive and Beverly Hills, with residences to match, but also has significant affordable housing options, homeless shelters, and transitional homes. The latter are easily forgotten about or ignored when you grow up in a school like SSSAS. Ron still feels that he is not completely assimilated to the culture of St. Stephen's and St. Agnes, or is looked on as an interloper. Not because people do not want him as a saint, but because his culture and home in the greater community are such a minority in our school that he is expected to morph and actively try to assimilate, with very little give from the school to include his culture and perspectives. Ron shared the brighter side of his perception of the families and community in the school, and the primary reason why he will work at and send his kids to SSSAS and not to other private schools in the area. Philosophically, SSSAS has a collective and true passion for school improvement and shaping itself to be what we want it to be from every perspective, even if we do not know the single or right path to get there. Ron and I discussed 3 goals that would significantly improve community relations, awareness, and engagement. First, faculty, staff, and student body should demographically be representative of the greater community. Second, change the perception of the greater community from "we don't have access to that" to "we are welcome" by changing the financial aid recipient model. And finally, replacing the current perception of cliquish and competitive to welcoming and driven. Our current practices present a few obstacles to recreating our relationship with the neighborhood and becoming more transparent about our intentions. We are an independent school and therefore must run aspects of our school like a business. In order to survive and thrive, we have to meet our yearly revenue targets. One strategy to reach this target is our approach to financial aid recipients. Our current financial aid recipient median income is $170,000, giving partial aid to families who are able to contribute some, but not all of the tuition. This does not help support the folks who need 70 to 100% financial support and excludes 60% or more of the community from joining SSSAS. Finally, we traditionally cater towards middle or upper class social norms, including events and dress codes. This, I assume, is a product of historically being a Southern school. This can be incredibly exclusive for those who do not know, understand, or have been raised among these norms. In order to overcome these barriers, there are a few key areas that we need to prioritize. First, we can change our materials, events, and language so that they include the community and not just our campuses. This means taking admissions and community events into the greater community and being thoughtful about our advertising. Next, we need to rethink our financial goals and ensure that our actions and allocation of funds match our mission to pursue goodness as well as knowledge and to honor the unique value of each of our members as a child of God in a caring community. And finally, and possibly the most challenging and important, is to rethink our reliance on societal norms that are isolating and exclusive by nature. By being purposeful with our language and changing events like the gala to more inclusive names, our intentions to include and welcome others will become more transparent. Then, perhaps, we will be on the road to being a part of the greater community rather than just the school at the top of the hill.